So starting us off, spawning in the slightly right and bottom of center, it is Miniraser.
Opening with a 12 pool.
So super early aggression this time.
Yeah.
And
That is very...
oh, sorry, continue.
No, do your introduction.
Okay. Well, on the top left, we got our red Storm gaming player. It's True, defending the early pool.
I think True's just gonna be fine. He went for 17 pool himself, 16 gas immediately after, so this was like a pretty good situation for True altogether. His links will be in time to stop Miniraser's links. There's like a 30-second difference, which is about the same time as the rush distance. I guess the rush is maybe 22 seconds, something like that. So True will only need to buy a couple of seconds and he will be just fine. On the other hand, 12 pool is without gas, so his mineral economy isn't too bad. He will still get a hatchery relatively early. Actually, at exactly the same time as True, and it will be on the gold. So this situation isn't awful for Miniraser, just because the map is so short, and he might even be able to cancel the natural of True. But yeah, he still would have preferred to see a hatch first or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he just has to be satisfied with canceling this natural, like you said, right? Because like if he sees the timing of this, he's gonna know there's a pool ready. So if you can just get that economic edge by getting your gold up before then.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, if he does manage to get a cancel, that would be pretty useful. True trying to pull some drones. Let's see where that goes. Good micro by Mini, actually. Saved a few links at the start. This is awful for True. He lost quite a few links there for nothing. I think Mini's just gonna win this battle. I'm not sure if he still will be able to cancel the hatchery, though. Mini keeps rallying links. Yeah, this is very good for Miniraser, actually. Wow.
His control so far has been absolutely excellent, I would say. I mean, he's coming out with such a large number of links still remains, and he does get
no
the...
cancel.
No cancel, yeah, you're right.
God.
That's a huge loss for True.
This is... I think True needs to do a lot of damage in the counter attack. Because he...
We just lost Kevin.
We did.
Am I back?
Yep.
You're back. Awesome.
Well, yeah, I think he... Yeah, I'm not sure if True can actually afford this hatchery. He is getting it, but I think it's gonna be more of a fake hatchery. He's gonna be so far behind in income right now because of the gold. Take a look at the income tab. It's like 1200 against 600. And it's only a 6 drone difference. It's insane. The gold is so extremely strong in this kind of scrappy situation.
Yeah, I don't even know if the counterattack is on necessarily for True. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent to see the Baneley nest already on the way for Miniraser. If you can get that out.
Choice.
Yeah.
You know, his speed's so far behind, you may as well just invest that gas into Banelings and be defensive.
Yeah, 3 queens are probably going to be able to hold this off along with the Zerglings, which still don't have speed, actually.
Yeah, I don't think it will be necessary on this map, though, as long as the rocks aren't down, even though True is trying to work on those rocks. Like, the speed isn't going to be useful to do some kind of run by, because it's such a straightforward map. Oh, I like this a lot by Miniraser. It's going to be a queen attack, or is he just going to try to get the Overlord? No, I think it's going to be a queen attack, right?
Yeah, he probably brought the 3 of them just for that.
Yeah. I really like that, actually.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be successful if you take a look at the numbers. Like, there's no Banelings for True. He's just now getting his Baneling nest, so they won't be in time for this push. And the rush distance is so short. 4 queens, and there's going to be 4 transfuses between them. That's enough. Like, there's no way True's going to be able to win that, unless Miniraser does some awful detonations.
Yeah, well, that was a very solid opening detonation by Miniraser instead, and that is just game. Very, very impressive control by Miniraser. After that 12 pool opening, and no speed on the Zerglings, that's pretty, pretty impressive stuff.
Do you know his nickname?
I don't.
It's the God of Micro. He gave this nickname. He gave this nickname to himself, so I'm not sure how serious you should take it, but it is one of the many nicknames that he tried to make work over the years, and this is the one that stuck the most, at least in my mind. So, yeah, the God of Micro showing what he's worth.
There we go. Just start giving myself some nicknames.
That's also what the Muslim did with the Devil Terran. Kept calling himself the Devil Terran until it kind of caught on.
Awesome stuff. So that equals up the score here, 1-1, Miniraser and True in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Excellent
Who's
start.
in the other semis?
So the other side, Opos has just gone through ahead of Volts, so he will play against EJK.
Oh, actually. Oh, okay. Never mind. EJK just messaged me saying, "Hey, Kesha won." I was like, "What? That was the fastest series I've ever seen." But no, just wanted to get him moved up the bracket.
Awesome. So are we going to let them start that semifinal right away?
Yeah, we'll probably let them start that. We'll hop into it. Part of the way through the series.
Awesome.
Oh, yes. Waiting on the dark glasses. There we go.
Thank you. So our third map is Frost.
Now, this might be the first map we don't see an aggressive move from either player.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, it can be good if it's unscattered, but you're just doing like coin flip on coin flip with spawn positions, and if they find you and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't personally like it, but if
I
you
bet Mini loves this map. Lots
Well-
of coin flips going on, lots of build order wins. This is the kind of stuff that Mini thrives in, so he's gonna be enjoying it. I think he probably has some special build for 4-player maps as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something really, really dumb, which might work.
Awesome. So, in the last game of this semi-final, spawning in the top right, our pink Zerg player is Miniraser.
In bottom left, our red Zerg player for Sidestorm Gaming. It is true. We got cross spawns. And I'm assuming this is the type of thing that would throw off one of Mini's special tactic plays. Don't really want to get cross for that type of thing.
It might. It very well might. We might see some big Ling hiding or something like that in the right bottom corner, into morphing like 25 Banelings, walking them on the side of the map, then boom, through never expecting. I'm really expecting something as dumb as possible.
That's my favorite type of strat.
Yeah, me too. That's why watching Miniraser, you're always in for a surprise. You know something's coming, but you're never sure what. Playing against him is awful for the exact same reason. He's like no regret, except his mechanics are slightly better. And he plays a little more macro. And his builds aren't quite as crazy as no regrets, but he's close, he's close.
He's like a more moderate no regret.
A more moderate no regret. I think that would be the perfect description. Or you could call no regret a more extreme Miniraser.
Well, so far, it's looking pretty standard on the side of the God of Micro. Pretty much as standard as you can get, I would say. He's going to be going for Speedlings, most likely. And the hatchery went down first, so I think it's more what Nick expected, really. It will be a bit more standard from the player in the root house.
No. Don't worry about it. We're going to see something.
What are we going to see? Swarm Post Rush?
No, nothing like that. I think we're just gonna see some Link Bane all in, something like that. Actually, maybe cross position. You might be right. It might just be too far. No, it is really long on Frost. It's so
yeah,
sick.
It's a long way across this map.
Do you think it's the longest? You think it's longer than Apotheosis? This rush distance cross, or you think it's probably pretty?
I
similar,
think it's probably longer. There's that big crevasse in the way kind of slows things down as well.
That's
right.
true. Yeah. I've been meaning to look that up because I've been quoting it as a longer map, but I wasn't actually sure. I was just going with my gut.
Apotheosis. What's it called? Apotheosis.
Apotheosis.
That one looks really long. I think that's like three adept shades. I think this is 3 adept shades as well. 3 and a bit actually. I think this might be longer. I should know by the amount of adept shades, but I haven't played the Apotheosis map enough yet.
That's a brilliant way of measurement.
The other thing that's probably significant for your adept shades is that the gap from the entrance to the natural into the main is much shorter, I would say, than Apotheosis.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's just like one queen's width apart from the ramp to the entrance.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
True's winning this micro engagement, so that's a bit of an edge. But of course, he will have to be forced out of here by all the lings rushing across from Miniraser. And you may just be right about this giant, you know, speedling based all in. Is there a banning mist?
No, no,
No.
Bailing. It's not super all in though. There's a third behind it, and he does have a few drones. So he only needs to kill a bunch of them. He doesn't need to kill everything, but I feel like he's gonna kill everything, no? He's doing a very, very good job so far. He killed the queen, killed almost all of the lings. This fight's gonna be a bit sketchy. He needs to get a few more drones to make this worth it. Oh, there goes a queen. So there's no queens left for True. There's 3 queens for Miniraser. Look at the supply. This is really, really good for Mini.
This is so good for Mini. True had banelings in defense as well, which really didn't seem to detonate on anything either. And another queen might be just about to drop if he can get 1 or 2 more hits on it. Indeed,
Well, that's a
he
huge
does
deal.
so.
Yeah, and True also had to cancel his third base, so he's gonna have very little larva once this is over, if it actually ever ends. I feel like Mini is just gonna keep rallying. Look at his production tab, 14 more links on the way, already has 28 on the map. This is gonna be a tough defense for True, but even if he defends, he isn't really ahead. Mini is on 3 bases, he has more queens than True. True is only producing, he's just started his second queen as well, but none of them are out. I think this is a very, very good situation for Miniraser.
Yeah, it's really very good. What would be the real bad choice at the moment, I suppose, would be to just go a bit too all in with the number of links that he has there. So I think sitting back maybe might not be such a bad option.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think pushing now wouldn't have been bad. There's only a few. Maybe there's too many banelings to actually do something. And trying to prevent this run by. Oh, that's a good call by Mini. Oh, and he finds the banelings. And True is actually the one trying to all in right now. He keeps building links and banelings. Mini on 35 drones against the 24 of True. So all Mini needs to do is stabilize. Baneling that's coming down for himself as well. A little bit of a supply block because True just sniped an Overlord. But the ling movement by Miniraser so far has been perfect.
Yeah, there's now a significant number of banelings though coming on the attack for True. Miniraser's baneling nest is almost finished, but both players are getting a lot of damage done in each other's bases. But I think the situation is slightly more grim for True.
Yeah, I think so. There is a lot of banelings though, and only now morphing started for Miniraser. Mini supply is dropping quite a bit as well. Baneling's trying to go into the drones. No, Mini!
Oh,
That was very painful. And now all of a sudden it's looking a lot better for True than it was 10 seconds ago. No split
Yeah.
Mini at all.
oh my god. Okay, not the best detonations.
Yeah,
Could've been
True
really
cleaned
bad.
up. True cleaned up Miniraser's aggression like a long, long time ago as well.
Yeah, and there's gonna be one more wave coming from True. Mini is already reproducing a few drones and starting his queens up again as well. He still does have the third base, so True doesn't really know if he's ahead or behind, which is, I think, in Miniraser's advantage, because defending is always easier than attacking. One thing that Mini is really lacking is Overlord spread on the top, and as I say that, he sends an Overlord to the top to check, but he doesn't see this coming at all. He's gonna try the scout maybe with a few links. He doesn't have a watchtower either. Yeah, well, he finds it. That's actually really big. How many banelings does Mini have on the map right now? 3. And let's see if we can get some good detonations off. 1 decent detonation so far. Queen's coming into play as well. Of course, the defender's advantage in ZVC, but the Queen's pretty big. Very good defense actually by Miniraser, and pulling ahead in supply once again. And True doesn't know how many drones Mini has and is going completely all in. He's like, all right, let's go. This is I gotta end it now, or I'm gonna be too far behind. So I feel like Mini is in a good position again, no?
I feel he is too. I mean, having that third base up now for so long is a thing that really, really swings it his way. Otherwise, I think if True had maybe taken the third when he had the opportunity to do so, it'd be a different story, but the aggression from True has been held so well by Miniraser.
That was a good detonation. 1 baneling for 3, but before that Mini already killed 2 banelings with 2 links. So a lot of little trades, and I feel like it's some equal blows. 1 for 1 basically. Oh, nice little run by True here. Queen's completely called out of position. Going into the main base, baneling coming to chase as well. Good positioning on the queen by Mini in the main base, though. Lots of links popping, so I think he's going to be fine. He might lose the queen. He will lose the queen, so that's annoying. But he's still up 7 drones. He's up a base. True, well, I guess True's main base isn't really running out yet because there have been so little drones. But still, having the 3rd base is a bit of an advantage. Evo Chamber coming down for Mini right now, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Carapace coming into play soon.
Carapace would be huge here to help neutralize those banelings because they're both completely upgradeless. It just depends if he can actually, have time to have that upgrade finish.
Yeah, and, it seems like he doesn't really have the time or the money to go there. Good target fire with the queens on the banelings by Miniraser once again. True's first baneling already falling. 7 banelings for Miniraser, 2 more on the way, and I don't see how True is going to win this battle. There's just too much stuff for Miniraser right here. Oh, yeah, and here we go. No more banelings for True now. 2 more still being more for Mini, and 1 still there. As well as the 3 queens. 10 drones into production. Now that might be a little too much, actually.
Yeah, I think True's going to win this. He needs to make it happen pretty darn soon. Wow, that's some solid baneling connections there for True. That's every drone on that line dead.
Yeah,
that's pretty much getting rid of all of those 10 drones that were just made.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one's still swinging in the balance, really, after a decent period of aggression from True.
Yeah, and I feel like Mini might actually lose his 3rd base right now. 4 queens won't be in time with the transfuses, I think.
And those drones are going to die as well.
No, okay, so Mini decides to sack his 3rd base. He knows that True has his 3rd base. Well, at the same time, I guess Mini did some kind of run by because True only has 15 drones left. Completely missed it. What the hell happened?
How did that happen?
Taking out the natural, because there's not very much over there. Just did a transfer down to it.
Yeah, it must have maybe a baneling run by or something like that.
Yeah, so Mini is up about 10 workers. I guess True is slowly but surely climbing back up in the drone count, but that's pretty big for Mini actually. And he's getting his 3rd base back, so I feel like the game has evened up for like what feels like the 5th time in this game. Even though Mini...
Oh God.
There's the lings. Hot dog.
Oh wow. That was insane.
This game has been quality, I would say.
Yeah, this has been...
There has been there's been so many times when I thought we'd see the end coming in like a few seconds, but each time it's usually been True that's sort of just made something happen, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like Mini just messed up twice with the drone splits. One time on the right side of the natural and then one time at the 3rd. I feel like if he just split a little better, like keep 3 or 4 extra drones alive, this game would have been his for sure. But then on the other hand, True had some pretty interesting movement with his links into the banelings as well, so I guess that's just the nature of ZVZ.
So this time we see Miniraser trying to put a bit of aggression on the very edge of True's 3rd, and it looks like he was almost going to catch out that queen off creep, but he's going to keep it alive for just a moment. The army supply is dropping for True fairly quickly.
Yeah, True is floating quite a bit as well. And how many queens does True have? He has 3 queens, but there's none of them are injecting in the main. And the 3rd isn't being injected really either, so I guess that's one of the reasons why he was floating a bit. Nice little run by Miniraser to the natural, trying to snipe a queen. He is gonna get it? Yeah, barely gets it. Just before the baneling kills all of his links. And 10 more drones on the way for True, as well as a bunch of roaches that just popped. So I feel like True is a little bit ahead right now.
Yeah, and he's also just gotten the opportunity to make a round of drones, whereas there's still lings coming from Miniraser, and his Roach Warren isn't finished. So I think it's slightly in True's favor, but I mean, there's been just no point in trying to predict this game so far. It's been swinging back and forth pretty much non-stop.
Yeah, I agree. The only problem is that True does have a pretty significant drone lead right now. Mini's going for some kind of Ling Roach Baneling push, but I don't really see this working. True has sufficient roaches himself, 11 roaches against, what is it, the 7, the 9 of Mini, and more are building as well. I feel like Mini needs to sneak in a round of drones, otherwise he's just going to fall further and further behind, but it seems like Mini has different plans as the queens are marching across the map.
The March of the Queens has started on the longest distance for them to walk. They're just about to hop onto creep, and it looks like it might be now or never for Mini.
So the Queens could help turn this battle because they are the defender's advantage unit, but Miniraser has 7 versus the 2 of True, and they're not all here, but
yeah, and he has like 12 or 13 transfuses shared between them, so the roaches are going to be so buff with the Queens there if he transfuses properly, which he seems to be doing. He's tanking with the Queens even. Banelings won't be able to connect for True. Good fight so far by Miniraser, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Running low right now on the transfuses, Mini is it going to be enough?
I think the defender's advantage might swing things slightly in True's favour if he can just hold on for this round of Lings that he's just made 2 pop out.
Yeah, he might be, but on the other end, Mini has a Ravager now as well. We'll be able to put on a little bit of pressure. I don't like Mini going into here. It will be just in between reinforcements, and there comes the Lings around by True, and I think this might be it. Oh, yeah. Actually?
Those Lings held them in position for a good amount of times for that supply to drop for Miniraser, but at the moment it's pretty much dead even. Now it's a decent surround for Miniraser.
A very good surround for Miniraser. And what's coming in for True soon? Nothing. 18 Lings about 12 seconds away, and I think he's gonna lose a bunch of drones before those pop. One more transfuse about to be ready. If he gets that off, that would be nice for him. I don't think he will be able to get it. He's gonna go for the drones right now. No, he's a bit indecisive, and I don't think this is something that he can afford right now in this situation. A bunch of Lings popping for True, and this might just be enough for True to hold on.
Those roaches for Miniraser are actually quite low. How many injects has Mini managed to get off? Well, every hatch is injected at the moment, which is pretty good news for him. The Queens are once again going to try and march across to support this attack. Ravager's starting to come out. This is going to be more worrying moments for the Korean player.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to see 1 or 2 Banelings being more for Mini as well. There's quite a significant amount of Lings for True. 19 Lings, so 1 or 2 Banelings would really help kind of zone these out. 6 Ling run by coming in from Miniraser as well. Not sure how much work that is going to do. Queens arrive at the push. 2 Banelings being morphed in, as I said, so good call by Miniraser. 2 more for the run by as well coming in, so keep an eye on that. 2 Ravagers for Mini too, so I feel like his army composition is better, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Wow, big balls hitting. Both of them hit. Third ball won't hit, but this is the good start of a fight for Miniraser.
Yeah, it's excellent. He's actually taken a fairly significant supply lead, as well as while we were talking there was actually a pretty decent run by, and the Banelings are starting to move in on True's natural while the fight is going down.
Looks like he might just be able to do it.
I think he's just done it.
Mini, king of attacking, the god of micro, does it again. Makes it to the final of, what is the cup called?
The America's Cup.
America's Cup? Wow. Makes it to the final of the America's Cup. Insane. Where he will play against EJK or...
Opus.
Opus, okay. Wow. That's insane.
I gotta say, it's a little funny that we did have a Korean versus a European in the semifinals of the America's Cup, but you know what? Since we're doing it based on current residency, we get these crazy situations. Got a message from Miniraser. Now you guys realize why you put Miniraser Seed 1. Because he was actually talking earlier about how what actually happened was he checked in late, so I had already seeded the bracket, and I just had to throw him in anywhere. And he was unfortunately going to be matched up against True because he just got a random seed, and then takes the game. So good job, Miniraser.